This time, it's all about one of the most legendary drum sounds of all time, the John Bonham sound. There is no way to create a video series about famous drum sounds without mentioning and including legendary drummer John Bonham. Many of you requested this video right since we started this series, and now we finally paid tribute to his highly recognizable sound with a pretty special episode of recreating iconic drum sounds. John Bonham is best known as the drummer for the British rock band Led Zeppelin. Since day one in 1968, Bonham was the drummer for the group, and with Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, and John Paul Jones, there were no band member changes until John Bonham's death in 1980, which also marked the split up of the band. During those 12 years, Led Zeppelin became one of the most important rock bands ever, and with over 200 million sold units, they are also one of the most successful acts ever. Their music inspired countless musicians to follow in their footsteps, and today huge artists like Lenny Kravitz, the Foo Fighters, or Aerosmith list them among their main influences. Led Zeppelin's and also John Bonham's importance for today's rock music cannot be overemphasized. Now pay attention to Bonham's characteristic drum sound in their song Black Dog.
Hey, hey, mama said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. John, way you shake that thing, gonna make you burn, gonna make you stay. Hey, baby, when you walk that way, watch honey drip, can't keep away.
Did you notice how big and massive his drums are? It's not a super clear and overproduced hi-fi sound, but the recording transports the energy of his performance and the sheer size of the drums themselves very well. The warmth and the pretty natural image of his playing makes his sound stand out. In addition to that, especially the open bass drum adds a lot of roughness to the overall sound. For a legendary sound like this one, we simply had to get our hands on the equipment that is as close as possible to what he used back in the day. Bonham switched between different shell materials throughout his career, and there are pictures of him with a wooden kit, an acrylic Ludwig Vistalite kit, and also a stainless steel one. The shell sizes, however, mainly stayed the same with all these kits, and of course the brand was always the same, Ludwig. Since none of the kits we have in our studio fit the configuration he used, we brought in a Ludwig kit in the right sizes, 26 by 14, 14 by 10, 16 by 16, and 18 by 16. The snare we use is a 14 by 6.5 Ludwig Supraphonic, and we also picked some Paiste cymbals just like he did himself. But let's focus on the drums first. The heart of the kit is the huge 26-inch kick drum. For his pretty open low sound, we installed a double-ply Emperor coated as the batter head and a single-ply coated Ambassador as the reso head. To get an open sound, it is crucial to use a reso head without the porthole. For the right tone length, felt strips installed under both drum heads work best. That's also what Bonham did back in the day. Have a short listen of the tuning of both heads. To get the right sound, it's also crucial to use a felt beater. Plastic or wooden beaters would simply sound too clicky. Here's the final bass drum sound. For all three toms, we went with the same drumhead combination as with the bass drum, Emperor coated as batter and Ambassador coated as reso heads. The Emperors provide you with an extended durability due to their double-ply construction, while decreasing the attack you would have with the clear version. The single-ply reso heads enable the drum to resonate and create the open tone we're looking for. Once again, the coating adds the right warmth. All those characteristics work perfect for Bonham's sound, and he himself chose this combination a lot. After some tuning, this is what the toms for our Bonham kit sound like. The Ludwig Supraphonic is one of the most recorded and sought-after snares ever made. Released in 1959, the first ones were chrome over brass drums until they switched to the legendary chrome over aluminum option in 1962. With just some minor changes, those snares are produced until today and have become the standard go-to model in many studio and live scenarios. It is well known that Bonham played a 14x6.5 Supraphonic throughout his career, and we got our hands on one of them as well. Just as with the toms and the bass drum, we went with an emperor-coated head on the snare. Once again, this drumhead enables an open sound without being as open as a single-ply drumhead. Here's the pitch Pascal tuned the snare to. Since we want the snare to ring, there is no muffling necessary, and this is what the snare sounds like. To complete the kit, we still need some cymbals, and to get as close as possible to his original sound, we went with the models he used as well. Just like he stuck with Ludwig drums, he also never switched the cymbal brand and always played Paiste cymbals. All cymbals we picked for our setup are from the 2002 series. 18 and 20-inch crashes, a 24-inch ride, and 15-inch sound edge hats. Paiste describes the sound of the cymbal series as brilliant, clear, warm, strong, musical, and very precise with high energy levels and a powerfully reliable projection. So let's find out what this sounds like. Before we get into listening to the full kit, here's a short overview of the miking. The bass drum is captured with two classic dynamic microphones, an AKG D12 on the reso side for the low end and an MD421 on the batter side for the attack. Blending both together gives you a nice image of the huge 26-inch drum and the possibility to dial in the amount of attack and low end by simply adjusting the volume of both mics. For the snare, we placed the Shure SM57, but during the mixing process it became clear that the snare close mic is not needed to achieve Bonham's sound. That's why this mic is muted in the final mix. For the overheads, we went with two large diaphragm condenser M90 Pro X's and placed them in a Glyn Johns pattern, with one mic pretty much right above the center of the drum kit and the other one placed a lot lower behind the floor tom, facing the snare. This setup is great if you want to capture a nice and balanced image of the whole kit and not only the cymbals. Especially the mic behind the floor toms helps to get these more present in the mix, and since there are no tom mics involved here, we need all three toms to be equally present on those two main microphones. For some room information, we also placed a ribbon biodynamic M160 a few feet away from the kit. If you're interested in the mixing process for our Bonham sound, make sure to check out ArtOfDrumming.com. We will upload detailed mixing videos for all upcoming Recreating Iconic Drum Sounds episodes, including this one, on our free platform. You can find the link in the description. Now with all the equipment sorted out, here's Pascal's take on Black Dog by Led Zeppelin.
Hey, hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. God, when you shake that thing, gonna make you burn, gonna make you stay. Hey, baby, when you walk that way, watch honey drip, can't keep away.
Matching the energy of Bonham's performances is a real challenge here, and having the right kit is one thing, but playing it in a way that it sounds close to what Bonham did is a totally different story. Always keep in mind that even if you prepare the kit and spend a lot of time on tuning and sound treatment, the way you play always has the most influence in your sound. Additionally to what you just heard, Led Zeppelin also spent some time experimenting with effects and coming up with new interesting sounds. A pretty good example is the song When the Levee Breaks and the delay effect they used on the drums. As a little extra for this video, Pascal also recorded a few bars of this famous groove and recreated the delay effect. For this mix, Pascal used only one microphone, the room mic. Have a listen to what this does to the sound and how it changes the whole feel. are countless other songs that we could include in this video, and a huge lot of small nuances like this delay effect they change from song to song, but his main drum sound and the sound characteristics he is well known for stayed the same with all of them. Which other Led Zeppelin songs do you like, and which one has the best drum sound? Also, how did you like our take on Bonham's famous sound? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more recreating episodes in the future.